Right, I want to address the slightly confusing topic of DPI, or dots per inches, and how it relates to your working in photo. Now, in photo, especially when you develop your raw images through the develop persona, photo tends to work at a DPI of 96. And as you've probably read or heard, printing work tends to favour a higher DPI of 300, which is considered optimal for producing high-quality print results. Now, something very important to note is that just because you are developing and bringing your images in at a DPI of 96, it does not mean you are working with less resolution or less quality than if you brought the image in at, say, 300 DPI. DPI, or dots per inches, is a physical measurement. It's basically a value that says, when you're printing, print X number of dots to the inch. So basically, we're talking about print density here. If we take a look at our digital image here, we can see the pixel resolution of 4608 by 3456 pixels, which roughly equates to about a 16 megapixel image. Now, if I go ahead and go into Resize Document, we can see this image has been developed with a DPI value of 96. If I go ahead and uncheck Resample for a minute, and I change the DPI value to 300 and click Resize, absolutely nothing has changed. The pixel resolution remains the same. So just by changing the DPI value alone, digitally, we gain absolutely nothing from doing so. The image is still a 16 megapixel image. So then the question remains, why do people bother with DPI? What's it all about? Well, it is a physical measurement. If I go into File and New, then we have a look in the photo category, and we choose, say, a 6x4 inch print, we'll notice we're using a DPI value of 300. But we are not working in pixels anymore. We're working in inches. So if we're now working in inches, how do we calculate the digital pixel resolution that we need to be working with? And so you multiply the 6 and the 4 by your given DPI value, and that will give you the pixel resolution you need. So we'll click OK. So here's our 6x4 document. If we go into Document and Resize Document, we can then go ahead and change the units to pixels. And sure enough, it's calculated the pixel resolution required for a correctly sized 6x4 inch print at a DPI of 300. So now what if we wanted the same size 6x4 inch print, but at a higher print density? Well, this time we could go ahead and change the DPI to 600. And then our pixel resolution will change to match a 6x4 inch print, but at a higher DPI. We can click Resize. And then, for example, if I were to go in and just quickly copy and paste this image into our new 6x4 inch document, I can then go ahead and resize it. Then, of course, I can reposition the image because we're now working with a different ratio. So I'm going to have to sacrifice some of the top and bottom detail here. And so that has produced our perfectly sized 6x4 inch print. So what can we actually glean from this little exploration into DPI? Well, when you're working digitally, I think the best advice by a long shot is don't worry about it. If you're worried about image resolution, quality, clarity, fidelity, you should be more concerned with your pixel resolution, which is listed here. The higher the pixel resolution, the more information you have to work with. Where you might start to worry about DPI is if you are working with print material. So either you're preparing work to be sent to a printer's or to be sent to an editorial, and they require specific measurements at a specific DPI value. And if you're preparing work for this kind of delivery, to be quite honest, the best way to ensure it's correct is to start a new document Choose your document units. For example, if you're working in inches and you need to deliver an 8 by 10 piece at 200 DPI, you can define all that when you create your new document. Then you simply click OK, and you then insert your content, be it imagery, text, or vector work. Then there's nothing else to worry about. You can simply work on this document and export it when ready, safe in the knowledge that it will be exactly the dimensions required at the specific DPI value. So I hope that has helped clarify, even if just a small amount, what DPI is, how it relates to working in photo, and when you should and shouldn't worry about it. If you have any questions, please do ask on the Affinity forums. Thank you for watching.